Is your magic meter running low? Well, we've got a cure for you. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePauli.
And I'm Patrick Dougal.
And Patrick Dougal.
Yes.
There is some super exciting news. Not confetti super exciting news, but some news that made me so excited. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Before we get there, though, I do want to mention something we forgot to talk about last week. Because we were so excited about the Disneyland 60th anniversary. And there was a lot of exciting stuff going on. But there was one little thing that was a little disappointing. And if you recall from a past episode, Patrick Page, who we interviewed on a previous episode of the show, he was supposed to be the voice of Disneyland for Disneyland's 60th anniversary. What happened?
I forgot about it.
Did you really? I was very disappointed. I love his voice. He was supposed to be the voice of the fireworks at the very least, and I think like maybe Paint the Night or something as well.
It's a girl.
Yeah, it's a girl for the fireworks. Yeah.
And Paint the Night.
Yeah, so I was totally bummed. I was totally bummed to see that happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know the story behind it. Patrick Page, I think, mentioned it on his Facebook page that, something changed. But it was a bummer. But in any case, I wanted to mention...
Now, did he mention for the 60th or just the summer? Because I remember specifically talking about summer. But it could have meant the 60th. Not sure.
I thought it was the 60th stuff, but I don't know. It's not happening, is what it comes down to. It's a bummer. It's a major bummer. I'm bummed. But we shall move on and talk about the thing that I'm super excited about, which is...
They're expanding the hub at...
No! Hocus Pocus is coming to the Magic Kingdom! Oh my goodness. Okay. This made me more excited than it probably should have, but if you are a fan of Hocus Pocus like myself, we have been wanting the Sanderson sisters to be a part of Disney theme parks forever, especially Halloween stuff. Tell them what they're doing.
A show!
At
Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party!
And guess who has tickets to it already?
You do.
I do.
That's a hard ticket event. So the only way to see them is to buy tickets to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
But I think that this is great news. So not only has that happened, so the Sanderson sisters will be at the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, but also Bette Midler's on tour right now, and she's actually performing a song from Hocus Pocus on tour. So the fact that this Hocus Pocus stuff is coming back, to me, just feels like Disney's putting out feelers for a sequel or a Broadway musical. Either case, I would be very happy.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, that would be... I just really want, and I know that you'll tell me. I'm sure this is probably not going to happen, but do you think there'll be a photo op?
Nope.
Why not?
No.
Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not. It is taking the place of the old show that premiered on the castle called The Villains Mix and Mingle, which was a really quick,
Mix and Mingle?
Yeah, it was a really quick, 10-minute, 12-minute show, because after they did their, 3 numbers, they came down. All the regular, normal villains came down and met with the guests. And this show was, on the hour every night. However, who knows if it'll be similar? It could be a full, 20, 30-minute show like Dream Along has during the day, and that could be it, and then they go back. It could be the same with Villains Mix and Mingle when they come down. It might just be the normal characters that come down. Who knows if the sisters will come down?
The sisters are normal. They're amazing.
But if they do, Oogie Boogie's gonna be in the show too, so there's another plus.
So I would rather a shorter show with a meet and greet than a longer show. I mean, as long as they do I Put a Spell on You, which is pretty much a guarantee. It's called, the official title is Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular, so the other villains will be involved like before. I just think this is great news for so many reasons. Number 1, Jeff's happy. Number 2, I'm going to actually be there. Number 3, I really think they're testing the market for Hocus Pocus, and that makes me so happy. High five. Yeah!
But Mix and Mingle's going away.
It's on YouTube forever.
I'll take Oogie Boogie.
Oogie Boogie, yeah, he wasn't in Mix and Mingle,
Mm-mm.
but he is in the Sanderson Sisters show.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Oh my god. Hocus Pocus 2, 2017, gonna happen.
We'll see.
I don't know. I made that up. Don't quote me. Anywho, moving on from there. Okay, there's just tons of construction going on right now. So
Lots.
Yeah, lots. So I figure we should get through this. Maybe this is what companies do when like their competition starts announcing, "Hey, we're opening new stuff." They're like, "We're getting there."
Yeah.
So, the Magic Kingdom Hub has been going on for how long? When I was there in February of 2014, it was like well into construction.
Yeah, it's on, I'd say, 2 years now.
It's a long time, and there's no end date, which is disconcerting to me. Like, I was really hoping that by the time I go in October, it will be done, but I don't think there's any chance of that at this point.
They just keep like adding, like as the project continues, they just add more things, and now we're gonna do this, and now we're gonna do that. So I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just delaying the process even more and more.
I feel really, really bad for the people who are visiting Walt Disney World for the first time. There's so many iconic photo opportunities. Like, I mean, Walt and Mickey, the partner statue, is in a box, and it has been for a long time. That's sad to me. It's sad. But from what I hear, the updates are fantastic. They have like fake grass and stuff, right? And the whole purpose of it was for more viewing for the fireworks and for the parades and stuff. And from what I hear, that's successful. So it's great that it's happening. It's just a bummer. It's taking so long. So that's happening. Also, Cinderella Castle got some new turrets on it, on the Magic Kingdom. Which,
they're like on the sides.
And I feel like they did this. Did they do that to us as well here at Disneyland for the 60th? I feel like they added a couple of new turrets.
Tiny one.
Yeah, small. Yeah, the new turrets in Cinderella Castle are like the size of Sleeping Beauty Castle. But yeah, they keep like expanding it because I think what's happening is they're opening the space so large that now Cinderella Castle is being dwarfed by this large open space. And I even remember in like New Fantasyland, they kind of had like this wall of turrets or something. It's weird. I don't particularly like it. I think from a distance it looks good, but then you get closer and you're like, why is this like nothing building in the middle of nowhere? It's a little weird, but I do understand. But in any case, those are up now. Did people know about that? I hadn't heard about it.
About the turrets?
Yeah, that they were coming.
No, like I said, that was like, it wasn't
just,
part of the
it
initial
just
thing. They're just kind of like adding things here and there.
Okay, cool. And let's see. More construction at Walt Disney World over at the Animal Kingdom. The big show, Rivers of Light, will be premiering in spring 2016. That's going under a bunch of construction currently. The thing that I found interesting was I was reading an article, and it wasn't like the official Disney blog. It was a fan blog and stuff, so maybe they made a little mistake, but it said seating will be available. And that caught me by a little bit of surprise.
I don't know where.
So yeah, I was wondering. I mean, it's the place is ripped up right now. Like the photos I've seen, like it's ripped up. So they're doing major construction, but I do think that would be weird to actually have seating, just because during the daytime, it's like, what are they gonna do with that?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like true or not, but I found it interesting. So like I said, might have been a mistake, but would you rather seating or...
No.
Yeah. I kind of feel like, you know, like with Fantasmic, where like if you're in the front, you got to be sitting down, but you're sitting on the ground type of thing. I just thought it was interesting to use the word seating will be available. So, and then moving on, some more construction news. Shanghai.
Whoop.
Shanghai got the a golden spire added to the highest point of their castle. Now, we've talked about this castle. This castle's going to be the biggest by far.
Huge.
There's like an attraction inside. It sounds like there's a mall inside.
Yeah.
And maybe even places to eat.
I know they're Bippity Boppity is in there, and there's some like gift shops in there. There's the ride in there. Sure, why not throw food in there?
Sure, and let's do meet and greets, and let's do I don't know, everything. Let's have a show inside too. I don't know, but it's huge. In any case, the progress is going on because the highest point of the castle is now decked out in gold. So,
and speaking of like huge things over in Shanghai, not only are they gonna have the hugest castle, but it's just released that they're gonna have actually the largest Disney store as well in Shanghai.
True. Yeah.
So
I think it opened.
It's opened already, and it's over like 9,000 square feet or something, which is insane.
Yeah.
So much Disney. Go buy all your Disney.
Yeah. They're like, we're prepping for the park opening, which is, what is it? It was
pushed
bumped
to
till
16.
Yeah, but early so like less than a year away.
Because it was supposed to be like December of this year.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Wow. Oh, Shanghai.
Exciting.
They got their store and their park opening. That's crazy. So yeah, that was the construction stuff. There was a lot, like I said, there's just a lot of construction going on. It's like promising of new, fantastic wonderfulness. So, sounds great. So beyond construction, there's been more announcements, specifically about ticketing in the parks. This is interesting, really interesting to me. Now, of course, we all know prices go up every year. That's just like a given when it comes to Disney parks and theme parks in general. But there's a survey going around, both here at Disneyland as well as at Walt Disney World, asking guests about tiered ticketing prices. So they would have basically 3 different levels, gold, silver, and bronze. And depending on the busyness of the day, how, if it's a peak day, they would charge more for peak days. I find this interesting. What are your thoughts about this?
Mixed. I mean, if it affects annual passes, then I'll be more affected by it. It's an interesting concept. I normally, obviously I don't do one-day tickets.
It's gonna be, but it will affect multi-day tickets. Hopefully not annual passes. But if you're going on vacation.
Yeah, I think it isn't I think it will affect people on when they travel, which is what they're trying to do, is trying to even out the crowds throughout the year. But I think more people are going to view it negatively than a positive thing.
I think, okay, so obviously they're trying to make it less busy on crowded days because the parks are getting to a point of insanity, especially here at Disneyland, where we've said a billion times it's a local person's park. But to be honest, I think the way to take care of it here is actually to not have monthly payments for the top 2 tiers of annual passes. If they did that, I feel like a lot of premium annual pass holders wouldn't be premium annual pass holders, or they'd just put it on their credit card and pay it off that way, which is an option. But I think a lot of people would think twice about being a premium pass holder. I think the monthly payment started 7 years ago, something like that, around there. And I feel like it's been since then that we've seen insane crowds in the parks. But the biggest problem I have is I will be paying more for peak season day, which means I am paying more to wait in longer lines.
Yeah.
So I'm essentially going to see less for more money. That's the biggest, no to me. I don't know. I think it's weird. And I mean, seriously, what if they were okay, so you have an annual pass, but it is a peak day, so you're going to have to pay $20 to get in on top of your annual pass. That.
Yeah, no.
And even more of a problem, I think, is, let's face it, unless you have an annual pass, the ticketing system is somewhat confusing when it comes to planning your trip.
Yeah.
It's, each park has different prices, and it's just confusing. I think to make it more confusing
is to tier it.
Yeah, it's just not a good idea in that sense. I would rather see the whole annual pass, no monthly payments happen before this tiered system. But I don't know. They're questioning it. Sounds like I haven't gotten a survey. Have you?
Yes.
Did you?
I haven't done it yet.
I was gonna say
in my email.
I'd be curious what they have to ask. Was it from Disneyland or Walt Disney World that you got it?
Disneyland.
Okay, I'd be curious, what they ask specifically, because it's what do you want to do this? Yes or no? It's everybody's gonna be no. Nobody wants to pay more. So I'm wondering how they're gonna get honest responses to something like that. So. In any case, it's happening. Let's see. Actually, I'd be curious to hear what y'all think of that. So comment below and let us know how you feel. Would this dissuade you from going during busy days? Or are you going to be hey, it's 4th of July, or hey, it's Christmas Day, or hey, it's a Saturday in the summer, I'll pay the 10 extra bucks. So let us know, comment below. Also, on top of that, something crazy that I wasn't really expecting, FastPass Plus. Coming to Disneyland, and that's going to happen this August in Hong Kong in 2016, I believe, with the opening of their Iron Man attraction. But FastPass Plus is coming.
Paper fast passes.
No more paper fast passes.
I know. I'm just saying, it's dying.
I'm curious. So they said FastPass Plus is coming. They did not mention anything about Magic Bands. I'm curious if the Magic Bands are coming. I think so, only because I feel like people actually buy the different versions of Magic Bands. People, have you ever bought any?
No.
Me either.
I would if...
See, I wouldn't.
I have the availability to...
I wouldn't really... there's never been a Magic Band that I've seen that's God, I wish I had that. And pins, for me, being like obsessive compulsive, I like a full collection of something, and there's no way to get the full collection of Magic Bands at this point. Like there's just so many of them. So yeah, the whole having different Magic Bands doesn't matter to me. But I was talking to some people visiting from overseas who were in the parks, and I guess they did some Fast Pass Plus stuff, but they put it on their ticket.
Okay.
So it's just a scan type of situation. So I am curious to see if the Magic Bands are coming, or just like a alternate version of Fast Pass Plus with just the ticketing. I'm kind of, I don't know if, I guess I like it. I don't know, like for
it's mixed. Like I said, with annual pass, with annual pass holders, if you want to go on a whim, it's not like the best situation.
Yeah.
But like if you know the night before you're going, it's fine. Like you can go online, schedule whatever you want, and then be good to go.
You know what this might be good for me anyway, is the whole Fantasmic situation. I have not been happy since Fantasmic has primarily become Fast Pass for good seats. But this might be good if, like, you know, the morning of, or even the day before, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go to Disneyland Friday night. Let's get a Fast Pass for Fantasmic. Yeah. That might be beneficial. The question is, will there be any available the night before?
But there's also the option of choosing which one you want to go to as well.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I think that there's going to be more kinks to work through since it's mostly locals. Like, things that they're not necessarily thinking about, I think are going to cause more problems than... I think they're going to have different problems than Walt Disney World. So that'll be interesting. Fast Pass Plus coming to a park near you.
The only thing I would love about having the Magic Bands is, besides Fast Pass Plus, is actually having the ticket on a Magic Band, because... the Disneyland ticket entrance is so old school. And I will tell you that the Magic Bands really do speed up the process of park entrance.
Okay.
Especially with not using hand stamps and all that stuff. So I do think it would definitely improve the entrance process of both parks.
Fair enough. I remember when I used them, I was a little surprised at like how long you had to... Now, it's not long. This is just like in a modern day impatient world. I'm used to like tapping something and bloop, go. This is actually like hold it, let the circle thing light up. And
it technically, you only have to hold it against it for like 1 second. Once the white actually starts circling, it's read it. It's just like processing.
But you still gotta wait to hear.
But you don't have to like hold it there. Yeah. You can go, okay, white.
Can you imagine if it was just like bloop, 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 people through constantly? That'd be amazing. So maybe those turnstiles will be gone soon, and the stamps will be gone soon,
and there won't be long lines to get park hop.
Yeah, that's true. Oh God, park hopping. We're so spoiled with park hopping. We're so spoiled.
Like, oh, we have to walk across the Esplanade.
I'm telling you, like, it's so... Before moving here, I was so used to Walt Disney World, like, and just park hopping, and it was never a problem. It was like, okay, I'm going to wait 30 minutes for the bus and then get there. When I go to Florida now, it's like, nope, I'm going to a park for the day, and that's it. For
the easiest, I can deal with Magic Kingdom to Epcot, like, monorail, fine, cool. Anywhere besides that, it's a journey.
Yeah. And exciting news going on overseas. Tokyo Disney Sea is getting a Finding Nemo attraction.
Yeah.
And it's replacing this attraction. Now, I'm not familiar with this. Have you heard of Storm Rider?
Yes.
It's replacing
like a boat. You like glide boats on like a lake.
Oh, okay. So these, okay, so the whole, if you haven't seen any of the concept art or anything, it's basically... You're like in a submarine, and apparently you get shrunken down to like fish size, and you're going through the ocean, and you come across Nemo and his friends and such. To me, the vehicle looked these are just drawings that we've seen. It looked kind of like a Star Tours, but instead of just a screen window in the front, they actually had like, you know, portholes and stuff along the side. So there's screens kind of like along the side as well. So it looked like you were surrounded by ocean. But now you're saying this Storm Rider was actually in the water?
If it's the one, I could be like completely off, but I know they do have a ride with it, like boats on the water.
So maybe this will actually be in the water, which would be kind of cool.
Could be.
So that's coming, let's see, spring 2017 to Tokyo Disney Sea, as if that doesn't have enough cool...
If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments.
Yeah, leave a comment. Actually, if you've experienced Storm Rider, let us know what kind of ride it is, because I'm assuming if it's like replacing that, they're going to reuse some of its ride system or something. Unless they just gut the whole thing. But you've seen the drawings, right? Do you get what I'm saying about the whole Star Tours thing? Yeah, it kind of felt like that. So Yeah. What do you think that Disney will ever make an attraction ever again that has to do with the ocean that has nothing to do with Nemo or Little Mermaid? I don't think that's possible anymore.
Unless a new ocean movie comes out.
Yeah. Finding Dory. Anywho, that's happening. And that was me getting excited.
Got it.
Faniversary.
Uh-huh.
If you're a D23 member, you've probably heard of Faniversary. They've kind of happened between expos. And they've been like smaller versions of the expo, more expensive though, because much less people can go to it. And I've never done one personally, but they've seemed kind of cool. But they're kind of doing Faniversary Home Edition, which sounds really smart to me. Now, personally, I'm not going to get involved because it doesn't excite me that much, but I love the idea behind it. They're having Faniversary Home Edition based around Lady and the Tramp, and it's happening June 12th to 14th, and you can actually go on the D23 site now and already start going, because like the whole point is like through those dates, the 12th through the 14th, they're kind of like encouraging you to do different activities related to Lady and the Tramp. And right now you can go online and like download invitations and invite people. And then one of the dates, they're like, everybody should, start watching the movie at the same time and tweet with hashtags. And they have like a recipe for spaghetti and meatballs. And I don't know, it just seems kind of fun and cute.
Yeah. Especially for like people who are like, I can't make it out, or I can't do this. You're like, you can do something, and it's in the comfort of your own home, and you're not spending crazy amounts of money.
Yeah, and it's, from what I understand, it's free. I think, and
I hope so.
I hope so. They're like, we're gonna charge you to watch your movie at home.
If you're gonna make spaghetti, we're gonna charge you.
Now, I was a little surprised. Correct me if I'm wrong. Lady and the Tramp's been out Diamond Edition for a while, right? Let me see. Lady and the Tramp.
I believe so.
I've got the Diamond Edition up there, but so like I'm a little surprised that they actually didn't do it with something that was just coming out to encourage people to buy it.
Aladdin.
Yeah, but that would be October. And but I do think it's cool. Faniversary Home Edition is what it's called. Check out d23.com if you haven't yet, and check it out. It's just kind of neat. I just think it's fun.
It's a fun prelude to the D23 Expo.
Woo-hoo, coming up soon. So soon. Oh my god. Are you ready?
No.
It's crazy. Speaking of ride updates and everything, Great Movie Ride.
Yeah.
Classic at the Disney Hollywood Studios has gotten an upgrade. Have you seen the upgrades?
I haven't seen it. I know they just got a new finale.
They got a new finale, and they got the new when you're in the theater waiting
the new
in line
pre-video.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard, Turner Classic Movies, I think that's the name of it, right? TCM, Turner Classic Movies, is now the sponsor of the Great Movie Ride, and a host on that network is Robert Osborne. So he is the new narrating voice in the ride, and I've done the Great Movie Ride a billion times, but not like enough to really. I watched the full ride through. I feel like he has more to say than the previous host used to, and I actually feel like they could have, if they wanted. I'm gonna contradict myself here, but I feel like they could have replaced a human altogether. But they didn't, because of the whole like switcheroo type of situations that they do within the attraction. So like you kind of have to have those people there, but at the same time I feel like they're trying to give them less to do, which I thought was interesting. I did watch one of the videos where they went to the, if you've never done the ride, there's 2 rooms that you could possibly stop in. Is there a system to know which one you're going to stop in? I guess whether or not you're front or back.
Yeah, if they'll run 2 shows on a busier day. So it's A show, B show. So if they're running 2 trains at one time, the first one will go to the Western, which is the Bandit room, and then the second one will stop at the gangster room.
Okay, so I saw the Western room on the video, and the fire's back. I haven't seen the firework for a long time.
No, the fire's always work.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. You know what it is? Maybe I usually just stop in the gangster room.
Yeah.
And so then I just ride through the Western
The gangster
room.
is the default.
Okay. So maybe that's what happens. But so that stuff's still going on. But Robert Osborne is the host, and then the new video previews, which frankly they need a new previews in that waiting room. Because I'm like, oh my god, I've seen this so many times, and the picture quality was getting so bad. But the film finale, let me just say, once I finally saw it, I de-stressed slightly, because I was really concerned that they were going to cut out Sunset Boulevard, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's a classic Hollywood movie, and frankly, it would be ridiculous if they did cut it. they didn't cut it.
Good.
I think there's less of it, but I think there's less of a lot in there. And there's a lot more Disney. There's, what did they put? They put Star Wars is in there. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Which I thought was an interesting choice.
Gotta put Marvel in there somehow.
Yeah, so it's, they added some more Disney stuff, but they got the classics, and like most of the film is to the Star Wars score and stuff. And of course, the picture quality is better. Robert Osborne is the host of that final film. But I'm just happy to see an upgrade in that attraction.
Definitely.
I would like to see a major upgrade. And it was really interesting because I was talking to a couple British folks who went, and they made me think about something that I'd never thought of before. But they were talking about James Dean and James Cagney.
Yeah.
And they mentioned, they were like, this actor Dean Cagney, and I was like, oh my, first of all, I laughed so hard. But then I never realized that, like, do foreigners not know who James Dean and James Cagney are? And if so, a lot of that ride must be boring. I had never thought about that before. I mean, obviously James Dean and James Cagney are like super Hollywood, and I'm not saying they should take them out of the ride, but I did find it interesting. Like, it just made me think about stuff I'd never thought before. Dean Cagney.
Dean Cagney.
What an actor.
So good.
Okay, before we head into trivia, I just want to mention, number one, we have a contest going on.
We do.
If you want to win some prizes from the Disneyland 60th Anniversary 24-Hour Day, be sure to check out DisneyCoastToCoast.com. And on top of that, I saw the pilot to the Muppets TV show.
Good?
Very good. I think this might bring the Muppets back into, like, popular culture. More back into popular culture.
But won't replace Frozen Sing-Along.
Oh, it will. I actually think if this goes off well, which I think it might, I think we might get a new Muppet Vision 3D.
I'll take that.
I would love that. That I think that would be great. Definitely better than a Frozen sing-along. So yeah, it's very adult comedy in it, but once again, the kids won't understand most of it. So I think it's like one of those entire family will watch and enjoy type of things. So it's really cool. What is it, this fall, right? ABC. Yeah. This fall on ABC.
Cool.
So that'll be coming soon. And besides that, trivia time.
Yeah.
Trivia time.
Want to hit me first?
I'll hit you.
Okay.
Okay, we were talking about Shanghai Disneyland. And we were talking about the top of the castle has a golden spire on it at the highest point. Now, this golden spire was made by local Shanghai artisans. And Disney does that a lot. They like to get the locals involved. But there's something very unique about the top of this this spire that's related to China. Do you have any idea what that might be?
Mushu.
It's not Mushu, although that would be cool.
It's Mushu.
It's Mushu. No, it's not Mushu. That would be like a hidden Mushu. That'd be cool. Like a tiny...
Is it a dragon?
It's not a dragon.
Is it like a little statue?
I mean, it's the top of a spire, so I guess no matter what it is, it's a statue, kind of.
Yeah, like a star.
Not a star.
A hidden Mickey.
Not a hidden Mickey. What would that have to do with China?
I don't know.
It is, I may pronounce this incorrectly.
Oh.
A peony flower.
Yeah, I would
Which
not.
is, it's a flower that's related to China, so... Yeah, the peony flower at the top of the spire. I doubt anybody will be able to see it or recognize it, but it's there.
I would have went with Mushu.
I kind of would have as well. That would be cool. Remember those old commercials where you would... God, I think it was the beginning of The Wonderful World of Disney on ABC where Mickey was on the top of the Epcot ball and he'd be like waving the camera would...
You're like, past. Mickey, what are you doing?
I always wanted to go up there. Like, that looks awesome. I want to do that. But that'd be kind of cool if, you could go up there and see the peony flower and somebody will write in and let me know if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. It's Peony, I believe. Peony flower.
Peony flower.
Peony? Yeah.
It's probably like a Chinese blossom.
Yeah, that's what I believe it is.
Cool.
So
but
it's
it's
gold.
gold.
It's gold. It's at the top of the spire, made by Shanghai artisans, and it's there now.
Awesome. So, you ready for your trivia?
I'm ready.
All right. So
Mushu.
again, we talked about Shanghai and whatnot, and I mentioned that they're opening the largest Disney store over there. Do you know where and when the first Disney store opened?
Ooh, I would... Is it Glendale?
It is Glendale.
Okay. And when?
There's an exact date, but if you can give me the year, I'll take it.
Okay, it was the 90s? Is it the 90s?
Nope.
80s?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. 1987.
Yes.
1987 Glendale.
Yes.
Boom.
March 28th, 1987, opened at the Glendale Galleria. First Disney store.
Wow.
And now there's
I think it was a
lot of
test
them.
store, wasn't it? Like,
Might have been.
I just remember as a kid and God, they had them for so long. The yellow Goofy bags. Do you remember these?
No.
Oh, every time you bought something, the Disney store bag, the official Disney store bag was like mostly yellow and it had Goofy on it. And they used those for many, many, many years. So, yeah. I liked the old Disney stores, to be honest, more than the new ones. I'm not crazy about the new look of them. And maybe that's just because I'm in a park all the time, so I'm spoiled. Yeah. But I just remember, like, as a kid going to the mall and they had, like, the figures and the statues everywhere, and there's a lot less of that. A lot of projection now.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we're heading. But anyway, folks, that's going to do it for us this week. As always, connect with us on
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, so much more.
Twitter. All of it is at DisneyCoastToCoast.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
Here we go. So, if you didn't know and you've been living under a rock, this past week was 24-hour Disney Day here at Disneyland Resort as well as at the Magic Kingdom. And we did 24 hours in the park, which is insane.
And I feel like it was a little bit more special over in Disneyland because of the whole Diamond celebration starting, but it was definitely 24 hours.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome, gotta say.